Pauline Jenga representing Group 1 from Group C on the report on Rebound Hammer test. The Rebound Hammer test is used to determine the compressive strength of concrete. The methodology of this test is the rebound hammer is pressed on a concrete surface and it gives a measured value, which is known as a rebound number. This is possible because it has a spring-controlled mass in it, which rebounds back when it is hit on a concrete surface. This rebound number gives the measure of surface hardness on different concrete surfaces, and it is also measured on a graduated scale. Well, the objectives of our test were to determine the compressive strength of concrete, to assess the uniformity of the concrete, to assess the quality of the concrete, and to relate the strength values of a wet concrete sample to that of a dry concrete sample. Okay, on to the apparatus. We use the rebound hammer, the rubbing stone, and the universal testing machine. More on the methodology. The test can be conducted on the sides, on the top, or the bottom of the cube, and it should not be, the rebound hammer should not be placed at an angle. It should be at right, we place it on right angles to the surface of the concrete. On to the procedure. We have two cubes, a wet and a dry concrete cube. The first step is to calibrate the rebound hammer against a test anvil, and then we clean the concrete surface, and then we marked testing points on the top of the concrete cube. The points should not, or rather did not be less than 20 millimeters from each other, or less than 20 millimeters from the edge. We then took 10 readings at each point, and then the 10 readings were all averaged. The rebound hammer was then calibrated again, and then again as a test anvil, and then the procedure was repeated on the wet concrete cube. After that, the two cubes were placed in the universal testing machine separately, and they were compressed, and we recorded the readings after the compression of the two cubes. On to the data that was obtained. After averaging the values that you got, this is the data that you obtained, and the average values which you obtained was 20 rebound number for the wet concrete cube and 30 rebound number for the dry concrete cube, and 82 was the value obtained from the test anvil as we calibrated the rebound hammer. There was a graph that we drew. Since the test was done on the top of the concrete cube, the top line on the graph, among the three lines, the top line was considered, and after plotting, this is where we find the cube resistance, strength in megapascal. We got 12 megapascal for the wet cube and 24 megapascal for the dry cube, according to the graph. Okay. More on discussion. This table shows the quality of concrete according to the rebound number that you obtained from the test. We obtained 20 for the wet concrete cube and 30 rebound number for the dry concrete cube. Therefore, the quality of our wet concrete cube lies from poor concrete to fair concrete, and our dry concrete cube lies from fair to good layer concrete. Okay. The main factor that caused the difference in the cube strength is the moisture condition of the concrete. And this is because the wet concrete cube has much lesser surface hardness compared to the dry concrete sample. Okay, and other factors that can influence the rebound number type of aggregate, because the rebound number varies according to the aggregate that has been used, the type of cement, because concrete that is made of high alumina is ought to have more compressive strength, curing age of the concrete, and carbonation of the concrete surfaces. Yeah. Our conclusion is the wet concrete cube had lesser strength value compared to the dry concrete cube, and the results from both the rebound hammer test and the universal testing machine were found to be consistent, because as we look at our data, uh, we got 12 megapascal on the rebound hammer and 40 megapascal on the universal testing machine, according to for the wet concrete cube, and we got 24 megapascal and 26 megapascal on the universal testing machine on the for the dry concrete cube. Therefore, there was not much difference when it came to the comparison between the rebound hammer and the universal testing machine. Thank you.